Good morning. Welcome back from that music break, that rather music moment that starts your weekend officially. And I'm praying for safety wherever you are, given that the morning has started with heavy rains. I happened to experience Clock Tower area, Queensway, and it's flooded, which I believe is the same case with quite a number of places here in Kampala that usually get flooded. What does that say? That each one of us, instead of playing the blame game and pointing fingers, each one of us has a role to play. Whilst you're dumping or managing your rubbish, how are you managing it? Little by little, the effect is bigger. If you mismanage your rubbish, at the end of the day, the flooding is part of the experiences we get to see in our city. So as we point fingers to government officials and those who are responsible, or even the KCCA, what are you doing yourself? Do you litter out of your car as you finish eating something? Do you just throw something out of your car and litter it anyhow? That's a food for thought for you this morning, but welcome. It's a Friday, a day where you get to listen up a little bit. And on Good Morning Uganda, we call it the Friday edition because it's a bit lighter, but still keeping the vision and the goal of inspiring you. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, and PLE starts today. Briefing is today for P7 candidates. Definitely wishing them the very best of success. And we know for as long as you have been ready, you have been studying, you haven't missed class, you have read your books, you do not need to worry. God is on your side. But 10 NUP supporters have been remanded in Lira after the arrest during Bobi Wine campaign trail. The Chief Magistrates Court in Lira has remanded 10 supporters of the opposition National Unity Platform to Lira Central Prison on charges of robbery and malicious damage. The accused are Precious Paul Sembus, Ismail Bukenya, Liberty Lokoro, Mastura Nakabuye, Raston Waiswa, Hope Nasozi, Kagwa Saliman, Regan Kamulegeya, Stephen Katamba, and Alison Lubega. Prosecution alleges that the opposition supporters on October 28, 2025, along the Lira-Aleptong Highway in Obot Village, Obot Parish, Ba Sub-County in Lira District, robbed occupants of a police motor vehicle registration number UP4816, and the said police pickup was operating undercover registration UBK380Q. That's one of the updates, but I will ask Robert to share what has made his week. I am not alone as always. I am with Robert Chirago Nyonyitana. Good morning, Robert.
Well, good morning to you, Julie, and good morning, our viewer. Thank you very much for waking up with us. This indeed called Friday. I must say around 4:30 I was up, and one thing I realized by then, the rain in my area, wow, was too much.
It was cats and dogs.
If there was a more definition, I would say that. Just away from cats and dogs. But I thank everybody who was waking up, and you're up. Of course, you have to go and work, despite there being a Friday. The weekend only starts when you're done and dusted with your official work. Now, stories that have made headlines for me this week. First, our neighbors in Tanzania.
Right.
What is happening in Tanzania following their elections they held, and of course, a preliminary result shows President, the incumbent Samia Suluhu, in the lead. But what is happening on the streets of Tanzania is not that very friendly. The youth have taken on the streets protesting the elections. It's been a long time since we last heard of such things in Tanzania.
Right.
Generally, Tanzania has been a very peaceful country that has a proper transition of power. Now this time, when we see this happening, it's very unfortunate for that country. We hope that the hand of the Lord will prevail and they will find solutions to their problems. This is a member of the East African community, and of course we share a lot, not only the borders but also business as well, when things, situations in one country are not good. So Tanzania dominates this week. There is so much on international media, local media, social media. Is Tanzania. Now coming back home, we look at PLE.
Right.
Yes, they're starting their exams today with briefing, but don't forget that during the week 8 were arrested, and these were secondary students who were going to sit for PLE. Now these were sitting in for some candidates. But good enough, police was able in Hoima and Kagadi to arrest these from Kasasa Primary School, and in Kagadi also they arrested some. Now, away from that, also we've had we held the parliamentary nominations, but according to the Electoral Commission, 60 petitions have already reached their desk, and the spokesperson said they may even have to work at night to see that they resolve these petitions, because there is a time frame where they have to print ballot papers and all that. That process has to take on, so they must work to see that they deal with these petitions. And of course, the other issue that has made headlines during the week is the raid on the hotel in Lira, where Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu candidate was, and police coming up and saying, we have tolerated enough, we shall tolerate no more of these provocations that are done on us. Now we hear those that were even paraded before court. So by and large, I think those are the stories, I must say, that really stood out for me. PLE, Tanzania, that raid, and the 6 petitions. Are we going to see people, the 60,
60 yes.
Who are nominated, and then the Electoral Commission says, we duly declared you duly nominated. But according to what we've heard, we cancel what happened in National Unity Platform. Some people are given the flag, then after the tribunal, what do they call it, a tribunal, that will listen to the petitions.
Yes.
Some, the flag was
taken away from them.
Taken away.
Very interesting
Yes.
at that. Now I know life is really hard, but even PLE, you cheat PLE. Anyway, I don't know how to wrap my mind around it.
And you find someone who is cheating, PLE, or aiding or abetting that crime, condemning corruption. People in government are very bad, very uneasy. But you have like a school somewhere and you're cheating for these young children.
Wow, the paradox of life. Very interesting. But Robert, what do we have on the local scene?
Well, I'll begin with campaign trails. As President Yoweri Museveni launches his campaign trail in the Teso sub-region, area leaders are reflecting on the visible changes that have taken root since the creation of the Ministry of Teso Affairs. From funding micro-projects to procuring ambulances that have eased patients' referrals and rehabilitating schools long left in sorry states, the ministry's interventions are said to have breathed new life into the region. Of recent, the Ministry of State for Teso Affairs, the Minister of State for Teso Affairs, Dr. Kenneth Ongalo Obote, praised and presided over the commissioning of a newly constructed 3-classroom block at Demo Primary School in Soroti City, a project fully funded by the ministry. The new facility is expected to help implement the government's policy of maintaining a classroom to pupil ratio of 1 to 55, with a current enrollment of 1,250. The school's administration hopes the additional space will ease crowding and improve learning conditions for the pupils. The new structure represents hope and opportunity. Teso leaders here said the region's progress under the Ministry of Teso Affairs stands as a testimony of the government's commitment to inclusive development and affirmative action. Forum for Democratic Change presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has pledged to restore land allegedly grabbed by the Bararo in Acholi sub-region. During the campaign rallies in Kocha Goma sub-county, Noye district, Mafabi said taking another person's property violates Uganda's constitution. Presidential candidate of the National Unity Platform, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, held meetings in Karamoja sub-region, visiting Kabong and Karenge, seeking support from residents across different communities who welcomed him with joy and celebration. Kyagulanyi urged participants in the elections, calling for unity and pledged to improve education, healthcare and infrastructure, including building a railway line and regional capital cities to promote national development. And away from the presidential trails, we now look at news elsewhere. The Speaker of Parliament commended factory owners in the Busoga sub-region for creating employment opportunities for Ugandans. She said peace and stability championed by the NRM government made Uganda attractive for investors. The speaker highlighted the contribution of factory priorities in generating jobs for Ugandans. She noted the NRM government's role in maintaining peace, creating a conducive investment climate, and acknowledged investors' contribution to the economy. During her campaign at the Victoria Group of Companies grounds in Buikwe, the speaker pledged to meet factory workers and address concerns about working conditions and pay for their workers. She urged people to engage in productive work while pledging of government support to the employees and the companies. She presented NRM flag bearers and President Museveni to the people of Buikwe. The speaker later met the Muslim fraternity at Bugembe Islamic Institution, narrating government's commitment to supporting religious institutions. She contributed 30 million shillings for the refurbishment and 10 million shillings to the Women's Circle. She also addressed a rally at St. Jude Playground in Jinja City, ensuring residents that government will prioritize their needs. The Prime Minister, Robert Nabbanja, said the NRM government aims to promote broad-based wealth creation, strengthening local economic development, and ensuring equitable distribution of investment and infrastructure, particularly targeting regions that are still lagging behind. She noted that this approach aligns with the national and international frameworks, including Vision 2040 Agenda 2030 and the East Africa Vision 2050 and the African Agenda 2063. Nabbanja highlighted climate resilience as a key concern, especially for drought-prone areas like Karamoja and parts of eastern Uganda, noting that government is formulating development plans tailored to regional needs. The Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majezi, briefed the conference on the ministry's achievements while pointing out challenges affecting effective service delivery. The Executive Director of the Civil Society Budget Advocacy Group, CSBAG, Julius Mukunda, commended government for its efforts of streamlining service delivery in local governments and proposed solutions to addressing existing challenges. On the issue of government land grabbing, Mukunda noted that much of the government land remains untitled, giving room for encroachers. Local leaders, especially LC5 chairpersons, raised concerns about challenges hindering service delivery. Now, with those stories, we come to the end of our local stories this morning, and Julie is ready to tell us and give us more of what the rest of the world has.
Yes, indeed, Robert, thank you very much for that update. And looking at what we have on the foreign scene, we're starting off with the sad matters that took place in the Caribbean areas, that is with Hurricane Melissa. People across the northern Caribbean are beginning to dig out from the destruction of Hurricane Melissa as deaths from the catastrophic storm climbed to at least 28 across Haiti, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic, with Haiti reporting most of those fatalities. On Thursday, Melissa was moving away from the Bahamas and had turned toward Bermuda, where weather conditions were expected to rapidly deteriorate. Later in the day, according to the National Hurricane Center, President Trump has directed the State Department to mobilize support for affected communities in Jamaica, the Bahamas, Cuba, Haiti, and Turks, as well as Cyprus, in the aftermath of the hurricane. The department said in an announcement on Thursday, the announcement said it would also be monitoring the situation in Bermuda. The State Department is collaborating with UN agencies, NGOs, and host governments to deliver food, water, medical supplies, hygiene kits, temporary shelter, and search and rescue support, the announcement said. In Jamaica, the rumble of large machinery, whine of chainsaws, and chopping of machetes echoed throughout the southeast as government workers and residents began clearing roads in a push to reach isolated communities that sustained a direct hit from one of the most powerful Atlantic storms on record. Now moving on, a resolution targeting U.S. President Donald Trump's import tariffs policy passed as the U.S. Senate voting in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. The joint resolution terminating the national emergency declared to impose global tariffs was approved in a 51-47 vote. The act has become the part of the 3 rebukes of the U.S. leaders' trade policy this week, with the previous resolutions targeting tariffs on Canada and Brazil. Before the voting, Senator from New York and Democratic leader Chuck Schumer criticized the newest trade agreement between the U.S. and China as bowing down to Beijing. The senator claimed that the deal will bring nothing beneficial for bilateral trade. The Thursday discussions between Trump and his Chinese counterpart, Xi Jinping, resulted in Washington agreeing to reduce on the fentanyl tariff on China from 20% to 10%. The two sides also signed a 1-year agreement on the supply of critical rare earth metals. Now on to the continent, and at that, East Africa. Protests have escalated in major cities across Tanzania as opposition supporters denounce Wednesday's presidential and parliamentary elections as a sham. Hundreds of demonstrators also crossed into Kenyan territory, barricading roads, lighting bonfires and tearing down posters of President Samia Suluhu Hassan along the way. Kenyan police said 2 people died after fleeing running battles with Tanzanian police. Protesters accused the government of undermining democracy as the main opposition leader is in jail and another opposition figure was disqualified from the election, bolstering Samia's chances of winning. Anger grew on Thursday after the Electoral Commission started announcing results, with Samia getting nearly 95% of the vote in southwestern Mbeya province. She has also taken the lead in many other constituencies on the mainland and in Zanzibar. European Union lawmakers called the election a fraud that had been unfolding for months. Polling day itself was marred by clashes between opposition supporters and the police. A day later, Tanzanian military chief General Jacob Mkunda blamed bad characters who wish ill for the country to the damage to property and people during the vote. Well, that marks it for what we have on the foreign scene. Let's dig into the press this morning.
Well, good news for Muslims here. Funding to cover 16,300 mosques. Muslims circle to get 83 billion. Now 9 die in Elgon landslide. And we see here President Museveni and First Lady braved the rain during campaigns in Napak district. Also, how pension can finance Africa's development. Pension? Finance Africa's development. Well, we also see Shisha banned, but still burning. What about without Shisha in Kampala?
I know,
told
right?
Even the outskirts. There's even that particular section, at least in some, they choose to construct a particular section for those that are taking Shisha. So you find them there, and that is when you will know that sometimes enforcement is different from the laws. Pastor Kayanja meets Israel president, and let me end the vision at that and rush through the Daily Monitor. Now the Daily Monitor, truth be told, and I see pictures there, I see Parliament, I see State House. What truth? Well, I see the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, human rights activists, some there, the Minister for Information and National Guidance, and the Lizard has something to say there. Now 88 billion in closed mobile money accounts remain unclaimed.
That is a lot of money.
But these things really happen. You lose a line, it's not so, but maybe you misplace it. After some time, you forget your PIN. Then after some time, you dilly-dally, because many Ugandans don't have one line. Now when you go back, that you delayed, the line was already taken over by somebody.
Interesting.
You know that I never knew until it happened to me when I was told one of my lines on a certain network that number I took long to follow up.
Somebody else took it.
And someone from abroad had sent money on that line.
Wow.
Yes.
What a loss. Anyways, let's look at the Daily Nation. Tanzania on the edge. That's the headline in the Daily Nation. Crisis, a wave of unrest amid a curfew and internet restrictions presents a test of President Hassan's government. And also when police turn on those they swore to protect. Former SHA boss and 3 others charged with 17.5 million shillings fraud. And Uhuru Party picks Matiang'i for 2027. African leaders demand climate finance reforms. Some of the stories in the Daily Nation. Now, a quick look at what we have in the Gazette. As of the 31st of October 2025, we have a table of contents there, and thereafter, be it known that on the 24th day of October 2025, Karanzi Gerardi, an advocate of the High Court, has been appointed to be a commissioner for oaths under the above-mentioned Act for so long as he continues to practice as such advocate, and the commission is not revoked, given under the hand of the Chief Justice, Alphonse Chigamoy Owunyedolo, as of the 24th day of October 2025. Also be it known that on the 24th day of October 2025, Matiko Gerald, an advocate of the High Court, has been appointed to be a commissioner for oaths under the above-mentioned Act for so long as he continues to practice as such advocate, and the commission is not revoked. Still given under the hand of the Chief Justice Alphonse Chigamoy Owunyedolo as of the 24th day of October. And be it known that on the 24th day of October 2025, Sekanjako Abubakar, an advocate of the High Court, has been appointed to be commissioner for oaths under the above-mentioned Act for so long as he continues to practice as such advocate, and the commission is not revoked, still under the hand of CJ Alphonse Chigamoy Owunyedolo, and as of the 24th day of October 2025. And finally, place for celebration of marriage. Doesn't seem to have complete information there, but it's one that is recognized. Registration number is there and can tell which place it is. Who will be the next president of Uganda? Looking at the campaign trail today, the final day of October, candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be in Kaberamaido and Kalaki today, representing the NRM party. Candidate Kasibante Robert, representing NPP, will be in Bugweri and Buyende. Looking at the next candidate, Candidate Mugisha Gregory Muntu, representing ANT, will have to rest today. He will be taking some time off to rest. And candidate Chagulanyi Sentamu Robert of the NUP party will be in Kitgum and Lamour today. Candidate Nandala Nathan Mafabi will be in Amuru and Gulu district, representing FDC. And candidate Munyagwa Mubarak of CMP will be resting today. Candidate Bulira Frank of the RPP will be resting as well, and candidate Mabilizi Joseph will be in Busiro East today, representing the CP party. That's what the campaign trail looks like today, as of the last day of October. For now, let's have a short break. Good Morning Uganda has just started, and it continues. Enjoy some music. We'll be back with more conversation. Light conversation, but one that keeps you inspired. So stay tuned. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back from that music break, that rather music moment that starts your weekend officially. And I'm praying for safety wherever you are, given that the morning has started with heavy rains. I happened to experience Clock Tower area, Queensway, and it's flooded, which I believe is the same case with quite a number of places here in Kampala that usually get flooded. What does that say? That each one of us, instead of playing the blame game and pointing fingers, each one of us has a role to play whilst you're dumping or managing your rubbish, how are you managing it? Little by little, the effect is bigger. If you mismanage your rubbish, at the end of the day, the flooding is part of the experiences we get to see in our city. So as we point fingers to government officials and those who are responsible, or even the KCCA, what are you doing yourself? Do you litter out of your car as you finish eating something? Do you just throw something out of your car and litter it anyhow? That's a food for thought for you this morning, but welcome. It's a Friday, a day where you get to listen up a little bit. And on Good Morning Uganda, we call it the Friday edition because it's a bit lighter, but still keeping the vision and the goal of inspiring you. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, and PLE starts today. Briefing is today for P7 candidates. Definitely wishing them the very best of success. And we know for as long as you have been ready, you have been studying, you haven't missed class, you have read your books, you do not need to worry. God is on your side. But 10 NUP supporters have been remanded in Lira after the arrest during Bobi Wine campaign trail. The Chief Magistrates Court in Lira has remanded 10 supporters of the opposition National Unity Platform to Lira Central Prison on charges of...
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m. it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by...
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Juko.
Yo.
What you go? Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish Development Model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish Development Model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. Thank you so much for being on the show. It's a Friday. It's a cold one. Started with heavy rain, still raining, and hopefully you leave home safe and get to wherever you are going safe. Be protected. Make sure that you are well covered and you are keeping warm. But in case it's that bad, you might as well stay where you are, at home, where it's safe. You'd rather maintain your life, you'd rather preserve your life than risk it all only to lose it in a flood or accident, especially under this weather. Good morning to you. Now, it's candidate season. Lots of classes, that is S4 started already, UCE, PLE starts today, UACE is starting soon. So people in the business of gifting success cards and everything success gifts are surely in their season of making that money. So this morning we want to look at candidates and the season of the gifts. What exactly is the significance of these gifts? 0709602592 is the WhatsApp number that you should be a part of. As is, it looks like every generation comes with a new bang when it comes to how candidates are gifted. But what does it communicate? A lot of things to talk about, but I'm not having this conversation alone, obviously. I'm having it with you and Robert Chiravo Nyonyintono. Good morning, Robert, once again.
Hey, good morning to you.
And were you gifted when you did your P7?
Oh, yes.
What nature of gifts did you receive?
A success card.
Right.
There were quite a number of success cards that I received. Our days, there were even, I don't know if they are still there, you had one that could even sing.
Yes.
Once you open, and you would have some song. I don't remember which song that was.
You do.
I don't remember. Now, and of course, for many of the success cards, you had to, we had two areas, size,
right,
and the singing. That would define. Some would have very big success cards, and the bigger the size, that would mean, of course, how expensive it were. Then also those singing ones came in, and it was a thing for those who say, hey, he has a singing one, he has a singing one. But also, some would come with some money. But money put inside. And then the message, may you pass with flying colors. What are some of those words that used to come? The sky is the limit, go, go, you know. The messages is what brought value. Not so much, I don't remember that there was so much of money actually. But the card, how many cards you've gotten, you put them around your crib. Depends which school you were in. If you're a day scholar, definitely they would be home. But primary 7, I was in a boarding school. A well-organized one, because after making your bed, you would put them on your bed. You know? Now, he who had many, almost half of the bed, some had those that cover. Then down here, the school where I was, you had a small, like your space. So you decorate that with success cards. And that is what it was. And later, in the success card, of course, some would additionally write a letter to you. You know, we believe in you, you've read, stay focused, you can make it, we've gone through, you know, words of encouragement, very completely different to what I see today.
Right. Now, if we look at what success cards looked like, for especially millennials, they experienced them differently. Like you've said, started with cards. Along the way of evolving, there came gifts, not necessarily paper card, but they looked like frames, photo frames, but as success cards, perhaps with a gift of a cup or something like that.
Some would even carry your picture.
Yes, indeed. The evolvement took shape over the years. As we speak in this day-to-day, 2025, 2024, generally these recent years, we see bouquets of money. We see gifts of things like, well, cups, but in different designs, either Stanley cups, but with someone's name or someone's picture. I yesterday saw a cup that could change. They call it a magic cup. As you pour a hot tea or hot substance in it, it starts to change into the picture of that person who has been gifted that particular cup. Mugs, coffee mugs, as given as gifts of success. The involvement has been real. But let's look at the significance. What exactly do you think is the importance of a success card? If I'm to look at, I don't know if those in Generation X and before experienced this. I would love to know if you experienced school throughout your levels of school and you're not a millennial. How were you celebrated? Do let us know on 0709 602 and share what your experience was like. But at least for millennials, Gen Zs, the story is rather different. What exactly is the importance?
Now you must understand millennials and Gen Zs have lost grip of everything. They have lost trail of reality and purpose. I see today almost every function the way it was done, with the meaning, the way this generation is doing it is totally different. You know, actually there are very few things that were traditionally or in generations done, and they carried the meaning.
Right.
That this generation is doing, and the meaning still stays. Look at the introduction, Kuchala. Look at how when you go to even funerals, you know, church services, everything has lost grip. Now, it is not any difference when it comes to the success, how we wish success, because this was simply to show that you've come from afar. Now we are going to talk about PLE, because they're the ones starting, and briefing is today. This was to look at this young man, this little boy, this little girl. You've been in school, let's look at baby class, middle class, top class, that's a pre-primary. Now you've added 7 years and you're going to sit your first national exam. We as family, we as friends, we as parents, we wish you success. To encourage you that as you go for this, because this is their first exam, national exam. They have had a lot, some may be scared, some may be even fearing if I don't make it, you know. So when this gesture of this full paper comes, and maybe you're ready, you have a success card or, you know, this, in whatever way you receive this, and you hear you've come from afar, success is in your hands. All you need to know is you're the best. You can, there are so many good words written in there. Now, this child, first and foremost, to know that I'm not alone in this. Dad is in, mom is in, uncle is in, friends are in, they are wishing me success. That boosts confidence, first and foremost. It boosts confidence. 2, it reduces tension. 3, this child feels that you're not alone. It creates hope. May you pass with flying colors. You know? So that was the purpose. Show this person, we are with you, we are standing with you, and you're the best and you're going to make it. Because exams, how you prepare the mind is very important. I've seen in many schools, where children that have been performing very well, reaching in the final exams, and they don't perform as expected.
Right.
Then some you didn't assume, results come back and he has topped the class. But these ones you thought they will make it, they will make it. Yes, they have not performed poorly, but they have not, but someone has done better than them. Because away from the class preparation, the practicals, there is how you prepare the mind. And success cards were very good at preparing the minds of these children. Also creating that excitement, see, have received a card. On the other hand, for those that would not get them, because the things that were being done by then, yes, to a young child not receiving a success card, the other one has a bed full of success cards, that had some bit of disturbance, but not to what we are seeing today. Of course, a success card by then, it was just a paper, like this folded.
Right.
You know? Of course, designed, but this, and you put it somewhere, it stands. Of course, this one cannot. So it was merely a paper, and the teacher would even come and say, for those who have not received success cards, we have a card, or even the school would buy for a few, you know. Or just say, this is just a paper. But tell me today, where a child got, you called it a banquet of money.
Yep.
Monies. Someone comes with iPhone 17, says, wishing you success. There's a banquet, the thing is there.
With
you know,
a
and
phone.
then after seeing it, it is taken, said you'll find it home after exams. A child is given money he has never or she been given as pocket money. Now, first, for others who have not received. 2, this extreme thing is disorganizing the brain. Remember I said one of the reasons why these success cards, one was to prepare the mind. Now, in a positive way, how are you telling me this young child who you've folded about, who has received a bucket of about 400,000, this young man, this young girl has never owned 400,000. When you brought it, everyone looked around. Then you said, we are taking this home after exams, you'll find it. Now, this child has to write a paper.
But his mind is home.
You brought iPhone, whatever, or some whatever, because even these phones, and you say now, this, wishing you success, this is part of your success package, but you'll find this home after exams. Is this child going to concentrate on the paper, on the exams, or going to be thinking about this phone? Think about these huge monies. Has daddy kept my money properly? Won't mommy borrow? You know, mommy's borrow and never return. First give us, we are going to return. And if you refuse, you know what you mummies do then? What? Then you have to give. So you've already negatively prepared the mind of this child. Most so for failure. Yes, most so for failure. But then also the others whose parents have not been able to. The difference is very huge. Here, I would have missed a paper because there were papers. A paper with words. And that may be okay. Paper anyway. But where a child sees one getting a phone, a child sees one getting about 400, 500, and they have gotten nothing. These are detrimental.
Now, when you use that comparison, it reminds me of the school I attended for high school. Of course, this is not in relation to success cards, but it was in relation to parking. It was a very influential school, had lots of influential figures, but all parents had to park. There was a parking area that was not in the school, so all parents had to walk into the school. You would park somewhere with taxis, with everyone. You park there, it's the parking lot. So this would prevent, in a way, children or students would not see whose car is whose parent drives which car, who has come with what vehicle, who has come in a taxi, but rather by a taxi, things like that. And the intent of the school to do that was to promote a sense of equalness in the midst of all of us, that whether it's the minister's son or daughter, whether it's the president's son or daughter, whether it's the Kabaka's son or whoever, whether it's you're a child from a poor background, you in this school, you are all the same. You wear the same uniform, you face the same punishments, you are all equal. Now, bringing it back, winging it back to the issue of success cards, do you think schools should step in to have some form of regulation? Just like recently we saw how government wanted to implement a limitation on executing prom events. So let's now bring it to success cards. Do you think schools should actually step in to have some form of regulation when it comes to receiving success gifts?
Definitely, I would say so. Why? Because one, you as a school, in this day and age of commercialization of education, how your children perform has a great impact on how your business moves. You know, most of the private schools, it is business.
Right.
It is business. And a person like me who is business-minded, in business we don't play. You don't see something that is bringing a loss to you and you maintain it. Now, if you're operating a school and these ways of wishing success or the success packages, you do not control them. They are not in favor of your A's. Even the new grading, they are not in your favor. These children are disorganized, both those that receive and those that don't receive. At the end of the day, they all face the same problem. He, she who hasn't received, like I said earlier, it was a standard. At least he or she who hasn't received, it will affect her performance. This child is going to wonder, but really, this person has gotten iPhone 17 as a success. This person has gotten how much? I saw these big flowers, it was money. This person has this. Now that one, because I told you, you've taught these children, you've prepared them, but there is what we call mind or their psychology. How is it prepared till the D-day of exams? Now, a parent moves in with their success cards of this nature, with the pomp and all that. There is one who is having challenges. But even the one who is receiving these, let me give you an example. Previously, we used to have the leavers parties.
Yes.
In third term. But wise schools noticed that third term children are preparing for exams. Now, they're thinking of which suit am I going to wear? Because I remember that was one of the challenge, that was one of the moments. I don't know, Julie, the schools you went to, but for us, senior 4, senior 6, P7, it was more of mommy and daddy. But there, you had to make sure you're going to have that suit, that shoe, that wash. You had to be the best dressed. Then after prayers and eating, there was the dancing. You had to have what is on. So schools noticed that these were disturbing students. So they said, no, leavers parties are done in second term. Not so. Now prom parties, your generation calls them prom. For us, we used to call them leavers parties. Now they shifted them to second term, so that the students know that this is done and dusted. Third term is reading books. I said wise schools. Now, even you who owns a school, you must understand that if you do not regulate that well, just like some schools, if you're phone with a mobile phone, that is your exit. Where I went to, all the schools I went through, you would have it stealthily, but should the gods go against you, hey, you would see the gates of the school and you go out. Now, this is what we must regulate and say, dear parents, if your child, despite being a candidate, would not tolerate this, would not tolerate this, would not tolerate this. One would say, but Robert, you see, school prepares children for reality. Now, if you bring children through school thinking that the world is leveled, we are all equal, then they come to the world and understand that that is not actually the real world. Right. Let children know that someone's parent may be able to offer them this, my parent will not be able to offer me this, but at the end of the day, we all have to study. But even you who is offering, I've told you, this is not beneficial to your child because it disorganizes them. They don't think about the exams, they think about that excessive, that extra, that extravagance.
Right, let me get into some of the comments that are coming through. Good morning, Julie and Robert. Success cards give just success cards gives just a message of encouragement and hope that their students a message of encouragement and hope that their effort is going to yield. Secondly, it's another way of showing care that maybe that student is not alone in the struggle. Many people are standing with you in solidarity as a student, and this is to boost confidence in students, hence excelling. Allow me to wish success to our fellows Namugenyi, Queen Florence and Yuda Seviala as they write their finals. We wish them the best. From Friends of Heaven Choir, Masaja Parish, Cricket Derek Gagamel Machindie Luafu. Thank you so much, Cricket Derek, for coming through. Good morning, Julie. The success cards create that confidence, then the awareness of love amongst family and friends. It builds a significance within the environment and the people. It's a moment you never want to miss, otherwise it's all you keep thinking about. It's actually part of the exam package. This is Kenneth Boayo. God bless you. Thank you, Kenneth. And Nathan from Mutungo says, let's first define what a success card is. Success gift is a present given to someone to celebrate and acknowledge their achievement or accomplishment, such as passing exams, graduating, getting a promotion, or reaching a personal milestone. These gifts are meant to show appreciation, recognition, and encouragement for the individual's hard work and success. Types of success gifts: personalized items, engraved trophies and plaques, customized jewelry such as diamond earrings or pendants, personalized notebooks or journals. Then there are inspirational gifts, motivational posters or quotes, success-themed candles or crystals, inspirational books or guides. Then practical gifts, customized office accessories such as pens or paperweights, tech gadgets like wireless earbuds and a portable charger, gift cards to favorite stores or restaurants. Then experiences, wine tasting or champagne celebrations, adventure activities like rock climbing or escape rooms, weekend getaways or spa days. The goal of a success gift is to make the recipient feel celebrated, appreciated, and motivated to continue striving for excellence. This is quite profound, Nathan. Thank you very much. Good morning, Uganda. This is Odaro Vincent from Tororo. Success cards and gifts give words of encouragement to candidates, even those who lost hope. Will have a morale to tackle exams with confidence because he or she will know that they are not alone. Success to all P7 candidates in advance who are sitting their exams soon. Then success cards is just a paper, but words of mouth can give more courage than paper. This is Kimaleni Michael from Bududa. Let's stop with that. We'll continue with the comments thereafter. Why are you in protest of this?
Let me tell you, I'm trying to recall my primary 7. And what was important then, no matter how good words you'd say, of course they are very important, but that paper was very crucial. Let me tell you, just knowing or you're being told, you have a package. Okay, that would mean after assembly, after classes, there is where you would go. And you find a heap of them. Now every auntie has sent you, uncles, cousins, their package, and but you don't. Oh, this sucks. Okay, and also in most of them there was some good paper, small money, not these extravagant ways of doing things. You know? Now you go. Not to say that because there was a visitation and Muzei had come with Mama, they had encouraged you, they had prayed for you, we stand with you, you know. But that thing meant so much. Reading the content there meant so much. Putting it somewhere meant so much. So words matter. And the paper also contains words. But to a P7, to a candidate, the paper meant so
Form
much.
6. It's a stage you don't want your child to miss because it will stay as a mark on their minds and they'll always forever remember it. Even when they're adults, they'll always wonder why. It will never make sense. That's the reality. Now, Robert, let's look at what this signifies for us as Ugandans. What does it tell of our culture as a society, as Ugandans? The success gifting, the culture of success gifting. Now, I really would love to hear from someone who is not a millennial, Generation X and before. I wonder, I really want to know what their experience was like. It would be nice to compare and understand meaning and have meaning attached to this. But as a culture, you know how they say that Ugandans, this is their culture, as a general, as a people. What does it tell?
First, I want to believe for those many generations back, first, even access to a success card was not easy. It wasn't for everybody, as things have been simplified in our generations. They had very few bookshops, you remember, I think I'm told they had Uganda bookshop, I don't know which other was there. So how many parents anyway, they had issues of transport. You know, items were not available as it is today. I think for them it was prayer. They hold prayers. They would go to their jaja because they were living longer. Their grandparents would be there. The child is going to go for exams. The jaja touches, the grand touches and prays for you. The uncle, the auntie. You know, then there was Sunday service at school. Not that these are no longer there, but even in some schools they're not there. They would pray for candidates, the bishop would pray, or whoever would come, would give them the success. Touch your head, may you pass with flying colors. May you pass, may you pass, may you pass. You know, that was their success. I want to believe. Contrary to what is happening today. But also, we've lost the gist of doing things this time. When we talk about culture, the culture. Previously, like many have defined why success cards are given. They have given the reasons. Now, today I want to tell you, many parents who are doing these things are not doing them because they are wishing success to their children. Some of them, it's a bandwagon. There's something to show off. I'm sorry for what I'm going to say. I apologize, and please don't take offense. But this is my personal observation over time. It is my opinion. I visited about 3 schools because I have nieces, nephews in that age whose parents are out of the country, and I'm the father now. Uncle Bob, go here. Uncle Bob, take this, take that. Now, I went to some of these visitation days. And this happened to be in fairly good schools. Now, this is what I witnessed. I saw a number of parents doing things out of purpose for a bandwagon, and this social media, mostly an app called TikTok. And I'm sorry to say, this was my observation, I repeat, as I apologize. Where I saw a husband and a wife come to visit their candidate child, many would come, the dad is there, the mom is there, maybe they have even carried 2 of the siblings, they have like a small meal, you see them pray for their child, you know, then hand over success card, you would see order. But there is something with single mothers that I just don't understand. Where I would see, I had no evidence, but because of journalistic instincts, I was even forced to ask some of the children. You would see this pomp, she comes, she wants everyone to notice, they have brought those flowers. Now she's been even escorted by someone, a clickmate or something. There's flowers, they're taking pictures, posting, making it, you know, and you're like, where is the school management? Can you rein in here?
Making it a public affair. Interesting.
Public affair, and you would say that actually they have not brought all this, maybe to wish success, but to show. And some would even tell the children to send messages to the absentee fathers. But why are we losing focus? I saw one, it happens to be in a school where one of the socialists or celebrity has a child. Now when this one came, totally he messed up everything. He had his with 50,000 notes. The wife had, like a young child even had. I was like, but are you really wishing your child success? Then there were those even had come with a team, I think his TikTok whatever's, bloggers, you know, to get that, to get how they are giving these, and you'd see him even pose handover so that it goes on social media.
Now, Robert, Our time is fast spent, but in a minute, what would be your parting shot as to how this should be handled? The significance of success gifts.
To be regulated, we go back to its actual reasons so that we do not get the negative out of it instead of the positive. It doesn't help this extravagance, this unpurposed success packages we are doing today. They are detrimental, they are a danger to the person you're giving them, but also a danger to those that are not receiving them.
Right.
Yes,
now,
I believe every parent would want to give the very best to their child.
But there's always a limitation.
There's a limitation where you cross borders and you're doing a harm more than good.
Let me end this conversation with your comments. Hello, Robert and Julie. Great topic. I want to speak to those from my generation. Success cards weren't a real deal during my time. Your father will ask you, where is it asked in UNEB or recorded that it's a must for you to receive a success card? Then also during our time, communication was through postal address, PO box, blah, blah, blah. By the time a card reaches you, you are done with exams. Banange, Julie, allow me wish my brother, Chitaka Jojo, a blessed success time, for God is in control in the papers all the way from home church. It's Kenneth Bwayo from Kisubi. God bless you. Richard Mumbere Rutatina, these gifts signify how appreciated the candidates are, their hard work and dedication, acknowledging their efforts and achievements. Good morning, Julie. A success card is a motivational tool that has inspirational quotes or messages to help someone achieve his or her goal. Allow me wish our candidates of Bethel Emma Primary School success in their forthcoming exams. Finally, good morning, Uganda. This is Mwalimu Obina Francis from Soroti. Parents of nowadays have failed to understand how to wish success in that they have brought life after education into education period of their children. For example, the proms, money bouquets, etc., which has even given mental disorganization to children who are disadvantaged mostly. Therefore, there should be success cards with words or wishes only given to candidates, not monies, clothes, and other stuffs. Success to my beloved candidates in Goshen Nursery and Primary School, Soroti. I love you all. I think my profound one is one from Ruben that says, in their time, your parent asks you where success cards are written in UNEB. But also, I think it's also an emotional disconnect in one way or the other. That's why if your parent asks you that, ideally, that's an emotional disconnect. Anyways, I prefer a generation that is intact emotionally. So let's end this here. Good morning, Uganda does continue. Let's have a short break and we'll be right back.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Tonight on UBC.
How did you then leave Uganda and why?
Allegations were made first that I stole $2 million. I was kept in somebody's house. They forged another case that they arrested me with arms. That's when I was beaten physically. And I ended up in Mulago.
So you have not been in the bushes of Congo fighting Uganda?
I've never been in Congo myself.
How did you run out of Uganda?
I am a highly experienced gorilla.
What brings you back to Uganda? How do you get convinced to get back to a country where you believed there were problems.
This is my home. Don't ask me what brings me to my home.
Tonight on UBC.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda.
Brought to you by
Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Good morning. Time for Tourism Express this Friday, and the Egyptian ambassador to Uganda, Monza Salim, stressed the need to exchange training and expertise in the hospitality and tourism guidance markets, which is one of the main focuses for bilateral cooperation between the two governments, which aims at promoting tourism. Now, Monza Salim revealed as Egypt set to launch a global event, which is the opening ceremony of the Grand Egyptian State-of-the-Art Museum on the 1st of November 2025, this Saturday, which is a transformative project for Egypt designed to safeguard ancient heritage and state-of-the-art facilities, reinvigorate cultural tourism, and present the story of a great civilization to the world in a groundbreaking and immersive way. Now, let's have a look at that full story. Good morning.
We have to create the enabling environment for our tour operators to be able to offer and implement such complementary packages with these. And that is why over the past months, since the beginning of 2025, we had an exchange of official visits, in particular the visit of the Minister of Tourism to Cairo in April 2025, where bilateral discussions were held with our Minister of Tourism to discuss potential fields of cooperation in order to support the Ugandan sector, tourism sector, in developing its expertise, its human resources, in order to serve better the tourist sector in Uganda. Also, when His Excellency President Museveni visited Egypt in August 2025, he held extensive bilateral talks with his brother, His Excellency Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the President of Egypt. And among the issues that were discussed was how can we cooperate together to attract tourists to both of our countries. And with the direction of both presidents, our governments now are striving to make it happen. We're discussing potential training programs, especially in hospitality and tour guiding in Uganda and in Egypt, because the way we see it is that Uganda can still offer its expertise when it comes to ecotourism. In Egypt, ecotourism is quite new. You have been doing it for tens of years, for hundreds of years, and we can learn from that. On the other side, Egypt is very developed when it comes to hospitality, the hospitality sector. So we can offer our experience and our training and expertise in that sector. Not only that, but then there is the question of, well, the tourists need to move between both countries. And that's where our national airlines have to play a very important role to facilitate the growth of that sector. Egypt Air has been operating in Uganda for over 40 years. And we have successfully increased the number of weekly flights to 5 now. But to be honest, it's not enough. We need more. And for that, we hope that Ugandan Airlines, with their new vision, with the new management, will consider operating 1 or 2 flights per week directly to Cairo. So this way we have 7 direct flights between both of our capitals, and that means an increased number of tourists that could be transported mutually between us. Now that brings me to the most important issue, and that is our expos of tourism. Egypt hosts several annual tourism expos, but also does Uganda. The Kuwaiti, which is the biggest, is a landmark when it comes to promoting Uganda's tourism sector. And our tour operators have been keen to participate annually since 2023 in Kuwait. And that has resulted in the packages that I spoke about earlier. But that participation needs to increase. And as Egypt, we are working on encouraging our tour operators to come every year, and more of them to come every year to Kuwaiti. And through your platform, I would also encourage the Ugandan tour operators to make sure that they attend our annual tourism expos in Cairo, where they will be exposed to a vast experience, a vast number of packages that they can use to complement their own packages that they offer to foreign tourists. And that's why the vision in 1990 was put in place to establish the Grand Egyptian Museum. The GEM, the Grand Egyptian Museum, which we will be inaugurating on November 1st this year, day after tomorrow, is a landmark of a global cultural event. And now, allow me to shed some light on the significance of that event in terms of the features, in terms of the impact at the global level. The Grand Egyptian Museum is a project that has been long awaited. As I said, the idea was born in the 1990s, but it came to fruition under the leadership of His Excellency Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, President of Egypt. And it will materialize in 2 days. Now, why is it a global event? Why do I call it a global event, not a national event? Because GEM is the world's largest museum dedicated to a single civilization. If you go to the Louvre, you have a lot of civilizations on display. If you go to the Museum of London, it's the same thing. Any museum in the world, you're going to have some wings dedicated to the Egyptian civilization, others to the Roman, another one to the Greek. But Egypt, GEM, is unique because it only addresses the ancient Egyptian civilization. Why is it of global importance? And why is it a world-class event? Because that museum is going to enable Egypt for the first time in its history to put on display the full collection of King Tutankhamun. That collection consists of approximately 5,400 pieces, where in the old museum we were not able to display even 10% of it. Now we're going to display the whole collection to the world. So for us, this is a major achievement. The second reason why it's a world-class event or a world-class museum, because it's the only museum in the world that is going to feature artifacts of iconic nature indoors. And I am highlighting the word indoors because you can have mega iconic artifacts of huge volume displayed in a museum outdoors. The Egyptian Museum is the only one that will be able to display, for example, the statue of Ramses II indoors. That statue in and of itself, its height is over 12 or 13 meters. The tonnage exceeds 25 to 30 tons of pure stone. to display that indoor is a major achievement. Not only that, but also the solar boat of Khufu. The solar boat of Khufu used to be next to the pyramids, and it's a huge, actually a huge navigational boat that used to be built to transport the kings from our current life to the afterlife. So it was part of their tombs. Now that boat is going to be displayed indoors for the first time in history. The Vasco, again, we have over 115,000 artifacts, which we couldn't display in the old museum. And that's why the new museum is going to be displaying approximately 70% to 80% of the total recovered artifacts that we have in Egypt for the first time. Now, I've explored the traditional aspects, but there is another dimension to the museum industry. The gym will not be a traditional museum. You're not going to go and watch traditional artifacts in the usual way of having a tour. No, that museum is going to be a state-of-the-art, because the first aspect is the architectural marvel of the museum.
Brought to you by
Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m. it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100*21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Juko. Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Joko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Tonight on UBC.
How did you then leave Uganda and why?
Allegations were made first that I stole $2 million. I was kept in somebody's house. They forged another case that they arrested me with arms. That's when I was beaten physically. And I ended up in Mulago.
So you have not been in the bushes of Congo fighting Uganda?
I've never been in Congo myself.
How did you run out of Uganda?
I am a highly experienced gorilla.
What brings you back to Uganda? How do you get convinced to get back to a country where you believed there were problems?
This is my home. Don't ask me what brings me to my home.
Tonight on UBC.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Baby, twale byange byonna nebyottalabye bibineno sombanga budaya buli kirungi kisaana gwe girl kimanye nogo wakuma gwakula naye olina okuseesaamu wafuuka mmere zikukkuta oli wange wamunda akalulu kakomye kugwe bwe nkyezodde byotemagana bindekantamidde baby ofunayo ku kadde ne weefiiriza oyitangayo obakiro gweno ndabako ene wange mbelayo mbela nkulowoozako oyitangayo obakiro gweno ndabako ene wange mbelayo mbela nkulowoozako.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. That is Brian Grant. He is performing this morning on Good Morning Uganda on a cold Friday morning. And that particular one is one that has ushered us into an interaction with him. His name is Brian Grant and he's here to speak with us. Now, thank you so much for being on the show. My name is Julie F. Nantaba and Good Morning Uganda. It's a Friday, the Friday edition, one that loosens you up and allows you to also see different talent exhibit what they have and what is in store for us from them. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you?
Well, thank you. Now let's start with your name, Brian Grant. Is it the name on your national ID?
No.
What inspires the Grant?
Grant, yeah? Grant, just Grant linya nalyetuuma nga nze nga lyagala ng'omuntu.
Okay. What got you to love the name Grant?
Erinnya nalisomako mu history. Waliwo omusajja wali bamuyita James Grant. Abasinga bamumanyi yali musajja wa byafaayo, omusajja nga wamaanyi nnyo, ensonga lwaki yakola ebintu by'enjawulo ennyo. Nange negomba okukolako ebintu by'enjawulo mbereko ng'oyo omusajja, mbereko nga erinnya lyange lisoundinga ng'oyo omusajja. Ensonga lwaki nalituma Grant.
Nice. So how do you begin your music journey?
Music wange simutandise kaseera kawanvu nnyo emabega. Ntandise 2013 awo.
2013. That makes it 22 years. 12 years.
Yeah.
2013, 2023 was 10 years. And now we're in 2025. That's 13 years, 12 years of doing music.
Yeah.
That is quite a long time. What have you learned over the years?
Kyenjizemwe bintu bingi.
Like what are the examples of the things you've learned in your journey?
Njizemwe bintu kati nga oba nkinyonyole ntya. Njizemwe bintu bingi okuyiga okweyisa obulungi mu bantu, okuyiga okubeera mu bantu, okuyiga bintu bingi.
So where do you come from? Which place breeds your talent? Where are your origins?
Kireka.
In the city?
In the city.
Right. So do you have a family or people that are pushing you in your music right from back home at Kireka?
See now.
All right, that is Brian Grant, whose music we are here to enjoy this Friday morning as he exhibits his talent, and it's for you and I to appreciate. So on that note, let's get into more of his performance this Friday. Good morning.
Me depend this. Sorry your problem. Bakamala vya bolimba, boli tempita, basiba wabinyomya, mbola boboposa. Kale boli omwe kigamba kifuna bulala. Eya, gwe balomya kotabula, era kugamba sereka tonyomya nagaseya. Neyafuna musebola, nze wembitotola simana kumala. Gwe nafuna cheese my soulmate, amanyomo kwano so perfect. Itayo tuzanyo buzanyo kwisupanu. Oyitangayo obakiro gweno ndabako ene wange mbelayo mbela nkulowoozako. Oyitangayo obakiro gweno ndabako ene wange mbelayo bela nkulowooza kumpa omukwano tonseera olwayo obulwadde bukulino oyanguwangako ne tosolino baby twala ebyange byonna nebyotalabye bibineno sombanga boddaye buli kirungi kisana gwe gal kimanye nogwe wakuma gwakula naye era olina okusensaamu wafuuka mmere sikukkuta oli wange wamunda akalulu kakomyeko gwe bwenkizudde byotemagana bindekantamidde baby ofunayo kukadde newefiiriza oyitangayo obwekiro gwe nondabako ene wange mbelayo bela nkulowoozako oyitangayo obwekiro gwe nondabako ene wange mbelayo bela nkulowoozako bakwesunga kyoba omanya obulamu bwange gwabugonza bwe nakufuna manya nafuna dola ng'oli wabula abalungi temusangwa nanoonya emirembe wagikoya nze okwagala mulimo gwe nafuna oli ku bwongeri ku medola yegwe manyigange era gwanafoya kumukyawe ntaana bagizima ebo bali ondirina nenekala senzisa obujja eyo mu bulagabo yadeza kulina kimanye sirisifuna katono kukulowooza oba gogaba gwobomba kwagala kyenjoya kukuliraana zezimu ku nsonga ezinkeeza eddimu lye negomba kukulowooza oba gogaba gwobomba kwagala kyenjoya kukuliraana zezimu ku nsonga ezinkeeza kuno musaba bwokya nina abalungi temusangwa wajinkoya mzuri sana. Your love is so magical, sima byokola baby. Oyakanga n'omwezi nga bwakatuuka eikazayo my queen mino byonna byebyo baby kimona bino I wanna kiss you wanna say na 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 girl you're sweet like a sweet banana oh njagala kuwe byonna ebyange cause I'm loving you loving you girl Jobesa 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 Baby nakupenda Monday to Sunday calendar girl kulo I surrender kuza upelekere kujengenda the way you shake your body owo mukwano nzokozesa bobadi nyenya baby tukone mu body amatulemesa tubase kubalije oya kukwata kalifa kiroja yegwe gwalina omusirinyi moja oli wa beyi gwe tunywa busoda say I really want it yegwe gwe mpita my fiance my fiance Jobesa 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 Your love is so magical. Every boy's music again. Ebyo kugwa mu love nalina laya naye kawala kaceyanze kankuba kandi bulala nnyo kansabola kande mbula firingi kaizoko sanje ninayo muwala mombeja akambuzo tulo wala isebaka empesa n'obulungi bwe kale yalonjewa talina kabi oli yalonjewa n'olonjewa kuna talina kamogo lavu gyendako yakutula kebo nze n'omumbeja twatamukago amukwatako nze mulopako ndago nyansula ne kubongo omukwano gweguzudde mu misango sembera mpola tuzidde mu kasango nze wo kano nkubye kalango genda n'omuwala omumbejaje nja kuwanga ebirungi nja kuwa embeja love genda n'omuwala omumbejaje nja kuwanga ebirungi nja kuwa embeja love wajja na lukundo gwe wajja lukulu nze omukwano gwogundese mululu wamponya emisegulo omutali makulu tunyumye leero tuyise bivulu amapenzi go gatulamu bebi sibanja kamere kange nkulya buli sekonda ebigambo bogere nga ffe tukumba balaga efiga kitone kya katonda lunaku lwa mbaga tusulemu ekikumba idamu bwangu nkutwala kakufumba kabite gwange siri kujolonga yenze uwo gwogwa wingwaje je tojitya nja kuwembeja nja kuwanga ebirungi nja kuwembeja love genda n'omuwala omumbejaje nja kuwanga ebirungi nja kuwembeja love kati saba abakadde bakunkwase nja kusombera ebirungi okirabe kati nsaba abakadde bakumpe nno nja kusombera omukwano okirabe we go stay together forever everyday tobenga munyo munva nga tegukamiira sikyali omu kati tuli kabo simanyoze byonkola madali wamunga wanika mukalayi labu yonensuza mu bikopo atekamu ebilungo sako n'ebisoko buno bubuma ali besteno yajula bitone kawomera yabobera kawomera yabobera baby ono kawomera yalimu ebirungi ebimpomera siraba n'omugwa musobera amusinga ebirungi nze yambula gal bilungo byanogonaliko pyowa.
For you, he's been performing for us here on Good Morning Uganda, the Friday edition. Brian, how do we find your music?
Sorry?
How do we find your music? Do we find it on social media, online streaming platforms, or how do we get it? How do we access your music?
Tumufuna ku YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere.
Every social media platform.
Yeah.
All right. And in case someone wants to work with you, do you have a manager and number that you can share?
Sina manager, nze kenyini nze manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have a number that anyone can call?
Njirina.
All right. Are you free to share the number?
Yeah.
Please do.
Number yange eri 07 0540 9318 ya Airtel. MTN 0773 2520 86. Brian Grant Music.
All right. Thank you very much, Brian, for coming through to Good Morning Uganda on a Friday edition and showing us your music. Up next, Robert Cherabo Nyonyintono has guests that will still give you a bit of inspiration because of hands-on craft. So stay tuned. Good morning.
UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda.
Tonight on UBC.
How did you then leave Uganda and why?
Allegations were made first that I stole $2 $2 million. I was kept in somebody's house. They forged another case that they arrested me with arms. That's when I was beaten physically. And I ended up in Mulago.
So you have not been in the bushes of Congo fighting Uganda?
I've never been in Congo myself.
How did you run out of Uganda?
I am a highly experienced gorilla.
What brings you back to Uganda? How do you get convinced to get back to a country where you believed there were problems?
This is my home. Don't ask me what brings me to my home.
Tonight on UBC.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
The government's core mandate is to maintain law and order, safeguard citizens' rights, and provide essential public services.
Remember, one of the pillars of the roadmap is innovation and entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project. That answers somebody's question.
For the past 20 weeks, the Front Bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
Why do you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers? You bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport. If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Now airing every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
shilling. Don't miss a brand new season of Chilling on UBC TV.
Our program of poverty eradication is a must. We want everybody to be involved.
Through the parish development model, Ugandans are starting small but impactful projects to improve their livelihoods.
When we give 1 million, we know it's not enough to do many things, but it's a starting point.
I'm a PDM beneficiary, a farmer. Your Excellency, I was given 1 million Uganda shillings from Kobil Kawo PDM Sacco. Your Excellency, I got 20 bunches from my small piece of land sold, got 400,000, put in the PDM farm, Your Excellency, in the PDM money, Your Excellency, I bought a cow of 1,400,000.
In 1 year, 100 families in the parish you get. In 5 years, 500 families would have got.
We were the first people to receive money from Nakaprepret. I received $1 million. I rented 4 acres of land and I was able to harvest 14 bags.
So really this 1 million is enabling somebody to start something. Yes, and we don't want to give too much money to one person because we have got very many people to cover.
The parish development model empowers the people, focusing on lifting up the masses and creating opportunities that ensure prosperity for all. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance.
This PDM is to get all of you out of poverty. That's why we said 100 million per parish per year.
The parish development model is designed to eradicate poverty by providing the support necessary for financial independence.
We have seen how 1 million, how much 1 million can do. The whole of Uganda is very rich. So what you call poverty is actually ignorance. We need everybody to come up.
Let us all take advantage of the conducive prevailing atmosphere of political stability, peace and security to ensure that all our people come out of poverty.
And I've told the banks to stop deducting from the 1 million. You must get the 1 million full. The government is the one which will pay the bank charges.
Now the number of stools in this Matoke enterprise are 1,000. They are on 1 acre. And we harvest 17 bunches every day. The money that we get from this Matoke, after selling each bunch at 15,000 shillings, for the whole year, we get 91.9 million shillings. So I want to encourage all the people of Teso also to change the mindset and adopt to new crops which were not traditionally grown here.
We emphasize 2 words, wealth and jobs. This PDM is to get all of you out of poverty.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. Across Uganda, the parish development model is paving the way for prosperity, helping families transform their lives through strategic farming practices, like the 4-acre model.
In our Chibaro of 1996, we said first acre, put coffee. Second acre, fruits. The third acre, you put pasture for dairy cows. The 4th acre, for food, cassava. The good thing is that now cassava is also becoming a very good cash product. But at least for food. Then, mind you, the backyard. You put poultry for eggs, you put piggery.
I'm in a 1 acre plot of land. In this 1 acre, Your Excellency, I practice this banana plantation. I also practice coffee. I also have dairy, Your Excellency. Every month, Your Excellency, I get 500,000 from these bunches.
The 7 activities we recommended, they have a big global demand.
We have 10,000 Nile tilapia fish and 10,000 African catfish. And when we sell our 10,000 tilapia, we get in one harvest 20 million shillings.
Fruits, especially capsule, which is cold, can do very high value crops like apples. And then finally, those who are near the wetlands, like the ones in the Bukit who are wasting the wetlands, they should do fish farming, not in the center of the swamp, but at the edge of the swamp.
From coffee farms to fish ponds, the 4-acre model is empowering Ugandans to transform their lives. The parish development model is your pathway to wealth creation. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance.
Before I joined the EMIOGA program, I was ignorant about income generating scheme. I was financially poor, but through EMIOGA, when I was elected to become the secretary of the SACCO, I started gaining skills and knowledge on financial management. When we received the money, I borrowed 2,700,000. With that money, I was able to buy 2 cows. Some balance, I was able to improve on my citrus because it was affected so badly. Part of it, I put it on poultry because I knew that poultry is another place that I can invest money. Because poultry has a quick return, we sell it at any time. Before, the orange was really affected by the virus, and I was not able to spray. But when I got the money, I focused on it, had to get labor to help me soften the trees, spray, remove the sick one and bury. So when I did that, there was improvement in the tree. It was no longer getting these diseases. But the first time I got the good yield, that made me get 2,600,000. That was between February and March. And I continued getting up to now. There's continuous harvest. If it was not through EMIOGA support to improve on it, I wouldn't have got that money. In my SACCO, I have 17 associations. And I have a total of 117 members. So being women entrepreneurs, we have created other activities that can earn us income, like drying eggplants and packaging. We have also managed to have cassava chips, that's the high quality. Packet can be milled and then also mixed with cowpea flour to make bagia that can be packed for children for school. We also have sodium bicarbonate, abalang. People have been just neglecting those things, but in the community, if you don't have, you cannot prepare a magira. We have also initiated that, putting it in the box, then also labeling or branding. It fetches us daily income. We have different products made from different associations, but all when we meet, we advise one another and we visit one another to see how each association works. There are those who do piggery, some do poultry, some do the sales of clothes. Their lives have changed because before, some of them were not doing any business. But when this seed capital came, that's when they started thinking what to do. And when we meet, we always encourage. Being a woman, you need to have money. You need to have an activity that you do to fetch you what? Money. After me clearing the first loan, I got another loan. still to put on more on poultry and also saving on other investments so that I get more money. But I found that I was improving, life was becoming cheap, and from there, as I was getting from the orange sales, we wanted to construct a rental place for investing or to sustain our income generating activity. That's when we constructed the house, and we're still continuing, but we're left with a few areas to finish. And our stay in the family is very good. We no longer have conflicts. I'm peaceful with my husband. We plan together. Life has improved. We can get money at any time. Diet has improved. I passed through hardship, getting money where months you not handle 10,000, but now a week is too much. So I send my thanks to the President of Uganda for having thought of Emyoga, an initiative for job creation and wealth. Indeed, in my circle, women have become beautiful, they have become knowledgeable, they have become exposed. Being the secretary of the circle, it has also given me an opportunity. I'm also secretary to our Muslim Council. I'm the only woman who is the secretary, and I'm with the men. So that makes me happy too.
Nebaza President Museveni okusingira ddala eyaleeta omwoga, kubanga ffe omwoga twali tetugutegeera, okubanga yatuyamba mu mbeera embi gye twalimu, naddala ffe abavubi, kubanga ffe twali baatugaana okukola okugenda ku mazzi. Nga bw'omanyi abavubi batugamba nti ennyanja tesenguka, sente tezatumala mu COVID. Baasanga tuli bakalu bulungi, naye muzeeyi n'alagira batuwe, era ne tukola essaako mu sipiidi, ne tuteekamu ssente, ne batuteekamu ssente. Baatuwa $3,000,000 zaatuukira mu budde, ate twali bamaze okutukkiriza ffe abatunda ebyokulya okuddamu okukola ki? Okukola. Ne tuziwola abantu ne basuubula ebyennyanja, ne bakola, ne bazizza, ne tuwa abalala, nabo ne bakola, ne bazizza. Ne tukolera ddala bulungi. Mu bammemba okutandikira ddala twali bammemba 125. Kati ng'essente ezo $3,000,000 tetusobola zigabira bantu mulundi gumu. Twagendanga tulondamu abayinamu sevingi waabwe awera, nga na bano bwe bagenda bakula sevingi waabwe nga bwakula, kati bwe wazzanga era nga tukuddiza akakadde ezoleese nga tuza amagoba tuwa bano abalala abaali bataafuna. Ne tukolera ddala bulungi. Ku $3,000,000 amagoba tuli mu bukadde 10. Abantu bano balabanga abamu abaana abato, naye balina famire zaabwe, balina abaana be balabirira, balina bazadde baabwe. Era kati olwaleero bwe ntunuulira abasuubuzi bange, balina kye beeyongeddeko kinene. Kati olwaleero ensawo nsanyufu, abaana basoma, famire zaabwe bazirabirira ne bazadde baabwe. Nange abakulembera ndabawo enjawulo ku bantu bange, era nkubiriza abalala bammemba abalala abatannayingira bajje nabo babeere bulungi, basobole okwekulaakulanya. Enkulaakulana ya buli muntu, tetusosola, tetuteekamu byabufuzi, tetuteekamu kkala, jangu nga bw'oli ng'ozze kkola. Emyoga nze ginkoze bulungi era nali sirina, naye kaakati ndi bulungi, sobola okusuubula ebyennyanja, ne nteekawo abaana ne batunda, ne nfuna amagoba. Ebyennyanja bino tuyina abakozi ba mirundi ng'ena. Bwe bimala okuva mu mazzi ne bituuka wano ku mmeeza, tuyina gye tukubikolokotera. Oyo n'akolokota, n'akyoza bulungi, n'akikwasa ow'effumbiro. W'effumbiro bw'oba oyagala akabeero, ne batemaatema ne bateekamu obummonde n'amatooke,
ne bakuteera ku lusiniya. Bw'oba oyagala kisiike era mu ffumbiro ne bakisiika ne bakireeta. Omwana oli afuna ssente, kyembaga ssente z'emyoga tezaaliisa mudaala guno gwokka. Omwana oli akolokota yafunangako. N'ali mu ffumbiro akifumba naye n'afunako. Ne nannyini kifo naye n'afunako. N'ow'omudaala n'afunako. Abo bantu ababa bayimiridde ku ssente ze tuwadde mmemba omu. Ziwanirira abantu bangi, famire nnyingi, kubanga omwana oli akolokota si mwana muto. Sajja mukulu alina omukazi alina n'abaana. Omukyala ali mu ffumbiro asiika oba obuvubuka asiika naye alina omukazi n'abaana. Naye bonna bali kakadde kennawoono.
Nze basooka kumpa miliyoni emu. And then bwe namaliza n'enzirayo ne bampaayo looni endala. Era nayo nenkola sofa kati kye naakafunawo nayongerako ku bizinensi yange kuba luli nalinga nkozesa emitwalo 5 nga sinaba kujoyininga myoga ate nga n'ezimu tuzeewola weewoza okuva mu bubiina okuva kale mu bamanirinda kati nsobola okubeera nga nkozesa miliyoni emu kitundu kitegeeza neeyongerako ku nfuna yange ate n'ekitaaliwo luli sofa kati emyoga bwe jajja jakuliyetingawo kaluca y'okubeera nga tusevinga nga ffe bammemba ne mu bavubuka ate n'okubeera nga tukola ne tubeera nga tufuna ssente tusevinga nga bwe tukola ate nga bwe tusasula looni bw'oba nga weewola looni mu myoga n'ebirala ebyenfunyemu ngange sofa kati natandika kukubeera nga nsasula kataka kange ekyo kirungi nnyo kyansanyusa nnyo naye nga nsasula mu kibanja mpola nsuubira mu mwaka ogujja nja kukamalayo kyekyo kye neenyumirizaamu ate nga ne muzeeyi atukubiriza nnyo okubeera nga tusevinga ojja kukulaakulanya eggwanga n'ekonomi kubanga batusomesa nnyo mu myoga tubeere nga tulina saving culture eyo kitegeeza abantu bye basevinga ennyo bajja kubeera nga bafuna saving bw'osevinga n'ofuna ssente you invest kitegeeza tujja kubeera nga tufuna baloko investor tuve ku bayindi kijja kuba kitukoledde.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
I was reading a message here from somebody, and I was actually paying attention to the message. But I don't share it with you. It might not go down well with whoever might be able to listen to the message. But I've got a message from somebody from Mwiri who is actually waiting up, anticipating the interview that will be coming on with Robert. Mwirians are going to be here at 9 to tell us, to share with us whether they have a school gate or not. One of the guys who went to Mwiri at the Miang College was telling me that now it's torn apart. Where can he be? Is it Mwiri or is it college? I'll tell you that, Elijah, that it's the college, not Mwiri. Mwiri is not a college. Mwiri just has mangoes and some nice roads. But when it comes to infrastructure and quality of the students, I don't think Mwiri can even beat Namiang College. Not anywhere near. I know Mwiri and seconding Maurice Mugisha will be at my neck. But I also have to agree that in our time, there was a continuation of Mwiri ahead of Namiang College. Maybe your time, maybe. But my time, no way. No way. Anyway, Ruben here talking through sport, and what we just watched is actually Myoga, the success stories of Myoga, as well as PDM. And I know that next year, January is actually the month of deciding Uganda's future for the next 5 years. And if you want to cast your vote, you've got to go for the experienced, for those who have been tested. Don't try out new things. It might turn out good or not good. So as you cast that vote, look into where we've come from as a country and where you're heading, and make sure that you cast your vote and give it to the right person. Sports, basketball. We'll start with the NBA game that we played this morning. The Bucks did beat the Warriors by 10 points. That's 120 to 110 for the Warriors. Then we had the Spurs beating the Miami Heat. That was 107 to 101 for the Heat. The Miami Heat, the team was supported by Innocent Baguma, one of my long-time friends who loves the Miami Heat. Not the Celtics, I think, not the Heat. The Celtics, they were once supported by Innocent. And I know Felix Banyendo has a soft spot for a team in Washington. I wouldn't mention the team, Felix. I know you're fine. I know you're doing a good job there, wherever you are. But I know your team is not doing well in NBA. Okay, other games we had the Hornets losing to the Magic 123 to 107. Like I said, the Bucks beat the Warriors. Then, of course, the Thunder, that is OKC, did also beat the Wizards 127 to 108. Then the Spurs beat the Heat. I said it earlier, 107 to 101. Then tomorrow morning we might not be here, but of course, as you wake up to go to your gardens because it is raining, as you wake up to have time with your family, there will be games as early as 2 a.m. And the 76ers will take on the Celtics. When I mentioned the 76ers, my mind goes to Joel Embiid, the big center Embiid. And then, of course, the Bulls will take on the Knicks at 3. And that game will be played at... It will be played at the United Center. Then, of course, we shall have the Grizzlies against the Lakers at 4:30. Then at 5, the Suns will take on the Jazz. At 5 as well, the Blazers will play against the Nuggets. And Jean Paul Soko used to call the Nuggets the Nuggets. And I told him this is the Nuggets, not the Nuggets, as he used to pronounce the Denver Nuggets as the Denver Nuggets. Anyway, but it will be in action against the Blazers. And the Lakers, or rather the Clippers, will play against the New Orleans Pelicans at 5:30, and that game will be played at the Intuit Dome. Those are the games we shall be having tomorrow morning. Then from the NBA into the leagues that you love most tomorrow, as we enter into Saturday, there will be games tomorrow, and of course there will be a couple of games in England, and the time has changed from 5 to 6. There are 6 games or 5 games that will be played at 6. Brighton will take on Leeds, that will be 6. Burnley against Arsenal at 6. Palace will take on Brentford at 6. Fulham will play against Wolves. Good game. I might be able to catch that game, the Fulham Wolves game. It might be entertaining if you ask me. Then Forest will take on United at 6, and Spurs will play Chelsea in that London derby. That will be at 8:30, and at 11, Liverpool at Anfield at the Cup end will play against Aston Villa. That is in Premier League. And of course on Sunday, West Ham, Newcastle, and Manchester will take on Bournemouth at 7:30. That's in England. And of course in Spain, Villarreal tomorrow will take on Vallecano. ATM or Atleti will take on Sevilla. Good game in Spain. Atleti Sevilla. That's another good game. If those who love tiki-taka or those who love technical football, you have got to catch this game at the Wanda Metropolitano. Then, of course, Sociedad will play against Bilbao, and Madrid will play against Valencia. If this game was played 30 years ago, brother, there will be Jocelyn Angloma, Amedeo Carboni, players like Gaika Mendieta. Now, when you watch Madrid play, and of course, Madrid would have the best defender I've watched in my time, away from Paul Maldini, is actually Fernando Hierro. If this game was played 35 years ago, you'd have Fernando Hierro. There will be Ivan Elguera, you will have Michelo Salgado in Madrid. There will be a Makelele somewhere. Actually, 30 years is a lot even. If this game was played 25 years ago, there will be Makelele. There will be Ivan Elguera. There will be even a Guti somewhere in the Madrid team. But of course, the Valencia team would have a lot of stars from Mendieta to Baraja to Albelda. Then, of course, the big man in front was John Carew, who tormented Arsenal from the World Cup the last minute. Anyway, but it's going to be on Valencia against Madrid. And of course, on Sunday, Levante takes on Celta Vigo, Deportivo will take on Espanyol, Barcelona Elche, and Betis will take on Mallorca. That will be in the Spanish La Liga. And of course, in the Serie A, tomorrow, Udinese will take on Atlanta. There will be Napoli against Como, and Cremonese will take on Juventus. That will be in the Italian Serie A. And of course, on Sunday, there will be a couple of games. 5 of them. One of the early kickoff will be Huddersfield against Inter at 2:30. And at 5, Fiorentina will take on Lecce. Torino against Pisa, that will be at 5. Parma will take on Bologna at 8. And lastly, the big one in Italy will be at the San Siro, where AC Milan will take on AS Roma. That's a good game. And of course, I know that Allegri has actually tried to change the team to what he thinks can be the best team. And of course, Mainan might be in goal tomorrow. Then Pavlovic, Gabia and Tomori who might be in the back 3. And of course, the 5 midfielders will include Marcel Makers, Fofana, Rishi, Modric and Botesiagi. Then up front will be Leao and Jimenez. That's if Allegri opts to play the team that I think might start. Then of course, on the side of Roma, Sevilla will be in goal. The back 3 will be Hermoso, Mancini and Dika. And of course, the 4 midfielders in a 3-4-2-1 system will be Wesley, Coney, Cristante and Sherik. Then of course, behind Ferguson as a striker will be Paul Dybala and Sure. That's for AS Roma. But if this game was also played 25 years ago, I know Roma would have a Batigo somewhere, Gabriel Batistuta somewhere, and of course a Nakata, Hidetoshi Nakata in that team, and the Damian Tomasi plus Daniel De Rossi and Francesco Totti will be for Roma. Then of course for the AC Milan, you know what Milan means. They would have players. If this game was played 20 years ago, you'll be sure that super people would play. Alan Crespo would be in line to play as well. Sidorf, Kaka, Pirlo, Gattuso, Ambrosini, players like Alex Nesta, Yapstam, Paul Maldini, Kaka Kalaze, Serginho will be starting, and Dida will be in goal if this game was played 20 plus years ago. But for now, it's Mainan, it's Tomori, it's Fofana, it's Rishi. So you can't have the players return to play for the mighty Milan. They all retired and left the stage for other players to perform. So now you're watching Leao play for AC Milan. You're watching Fikayo Tomori play for AC Milan, and you ask yourself, what befell the mighty Milan? But those are the games that we'll be having in Italy, and of course, briefly in Germany. And also big games in Germany tomorrow, and if I can take you through the games that are big, of course the one which caught my attention is actually Mainz against Werder Bremen at 5:30 tomorrow. Then of course Leipzig will take on Stuttgart, also good game to catch if you ask me. Then Berlin against Freiburg, somehow good game there. But the big one will be at the Allianz Arena between Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen. That's a sort of a derby as well, if you ask me. The rivalry between the two, because Bayern has always made Leverkusen a fair to win trophies. I remember one time at the Bayer Arena when Leverkusen still had Barak, Bastuk, Barakov and Babatov and so many other stars. They lost a title by just a margin of points. So that means that Bayern has actually been trying to fail them win. And if this game goes as planned, I think the coach at the Allianz Arena at Bayern Munich, that is Fischer Company, might not be able to win against Leverkusen. Anyway, but of course, Cologne will take on Hamburg and Wolfsburg will take on Hoffenheim. That will be in the Bundesliga. And of course, in the French League One, lastly, if you allow me, Julius, PSG will take on Nice, Monaco will take on Paris FC, Auxerre will take on Olympique Marseille. That will be on Saturday tomorrow. Then on Sunday, Renault will take on Strasbourg, Lens against Laurier, Lille will take on Angers, Nantes, FC Nantes will take on Metz, Toulouse against Le Havre, and of course, Brest will take on Olympique Lyon. That will be at 10:45 p.m. If you love watching the French League One, first on your pay TV channels, I think the games are there. So okay, we've got to go catch up on Monday. Julie Robert will be here to take you through until I come out to give you the recap of sport. But of course, they would have entertained you already and informed you of what transpired over the weekend. But the message that has come in again, the debate between, I'm sure the debate between Mwida and Namyango cannot even have. There's no debate for that. There's nothing like a debate between the two schools. You can only mention Smark and Ngo if you want to run a debate that can win you attention. But Mwida is even far away from the central. How do you even compare what is very far and what is near here? Well, I've seen a message here from those who are trying to attack the mighty college. But I will not, this is not sport, guys. Let's wait for the guys to come on at 9 and discuss matters mwiri. Let's don't try to put the debate in between two schools, because I created, I opened the can of worms when I say that there was one colleague I know who went to both schools, but the 4 years he spent at the Miyango, we are better years than the 2 years spent at Mwiri. So that's mathematical. 4 against 2, even if it is a football game, you have 2 players, I have 4, who is better? So the 4 years were better than the 2. That's as simple as that anyway. But I've got to go. Robert Cham is coming up, take you through 9 to 10, that is extra, but they're going to be discussing matters Mwiri. I don't know what they have in store in terms of Mwiri and what Mwiri has. If Mwiri has a gate, good for them. If they don't have a gate, maybe they're fundraising for one. Can't one OB go and construct that gate and story ends there? Now the difference between Namyang and Mwiri, at Namyang one guy would come and say, let me take up this. But Mwiri you have to sit 20, plan, collect money. Anyway, bye for now. I'll catch up on Monday. Good morning.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight